10 and you're at 17 and you go 5 more. I can't say anything.
All right, so we're recording, everybody. Good morning, Hollis.
Good morning.
Again, if you showed up last week and I didn't get to you, I apologize. Wendy, thanks for sending a note and all that fun stuff. So let's, again, you guys are the troopers. I encourage everybody to keep exercising. I mean, even if you got your shot, like Hollis said, it helped her arm, that arm thing where you go to sleep at night and you lie on your arm and you're like, oh my God.
And Claire,
helped
also
me?
all the hydrating really helped me
Hydrating's huge.
before the shot. I think just getting my metabolism going so healthily, and then I got the shot. I think it made the whole thing easier.
Yeah, I read another thing the other day, and it's something I always go back to is my lemon ginger water, you with a little honey in it, and you can just drink that. I put it in one of those, cylinders that stays hot all day, and I just take it with me and carry my little cup, and I just go all day. Because I prefer warmer over colder. Some people like ice cold. I don't. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and warm up. I have a pretty basic program, just going through again, head to toe. Make sure you have weights close by. You might want your block close by. We will use the strap at the end to stretch out, and absolutely make sure you're hydrating. So my water is right over there across the room. You can take a little sip to get started.
Good idea.
All right.
And we'll all mute.
And you can go ahead and mute, except for me. I love this chart. Okay. And I love,
You too.
you can go on, I have it on my Instagram. I get a lot of people that go in and pick up on it, but I'll just pull in. But it's not about so much learning the names. This is your top layer of muscles. There are, I think, probably about 6 layers to the bone, could be more. But I use this chart because it really helps people have a visual of what they're doing. Why are we doing it? This yellow muscle right here, this guy, that's your trapezius. And trapezius, to me, during COVID has been a real culprit for people's headaches, or just feeling like you can feel like in the afternoon, if you've been sitting at the computer, that muscle really can get knotted up, particularly on the upper part of it here. And a lot of you, if you reach back right now, you might feel like it feels like rocks. It feels like really tight. And I literally open up my hands and I put them underneath my shirt on my skin, and I'll rake my fingers back and forth and up your neck, and really get that trapezius muscle. And, once you get in there a little bit, you can even try and get both hands on one side, and you can tilt your head into it to help soften it, a little bit, tip back. But once you get in there and then you start doing those shoulder shrugs. So let's go ahead and start with our shoulder shrugs, up and down. And then the next thing always with me is start breathing. Like, breathe in through your nose, let it out through your mouth. Up, squeeze those shoulders tight, squeeze, squeeze, press them right down, squeeze and press. So that really helps to get the upper part of the trapezius. But to get the middle part, we need to do round and open. So we stretch it, we contract it, we squeeze it, we stretch it. And this is such a great exercise. When you drop your head with it, you're getting that upper part of the trapezius. Because remember, it goes all the way up the neck and it attaches. So not only drop your head, tuck your chin to your chest. And I always never finish my sentences. It goes up your neck and it attaches to the base of the skull. Okay. So for people that get that like feeling at the base of their skull, it could be the trapezius. Now, come forward, and if you rotate and back, rotate, this is going to pull at your trapezius. And I'm focusing on the trapezius right now, but other muscles, obviously, I mean, this is a great exercise for your arms, because if you clench and you hold tight in your arms, you tend to also have a tightness in the upper back and shoulders. Okay. So reach, reach, reach. Now, another thing that can pull on the trapezius muscle is the pectorals in front. Okay, these muscles here. So if we take the pectorals, nice big backstroke, through full range of motion and loosen them up, then they'll take the pressure off the trapezius muscle, believe it or not. So whenever you're working the back, you also want to work the front to take the pressure off that muscle, because sometimes it can be those pectorals pulling your shoulders forward and just putting a constant pull. Let's do both arms on the trapezius. And that's why you feel pain back there. Okay, over. Okay, and the lower part underneath the trapezius. So not only are we going to push, and look at me on this one and see how I'm pushing my elbow straight. That is so important. So many times I watch a class and people get to here and then they come back and they go here and they don't fully extend. You should feel that all the way down your side. Now, to add the trapezius on that, what I'm going to do is take my hand and I'm going to reach slightly to the front corner of the room, and I should feel that change from my low back go right up through my spine. And I'm even tucking my head a little bit on the full part of that extension. Okay, let's try the other side. Over, back. Oh, I love spring. I got all my pots done around the house. I have yellow and butterscotch pansies in my pots. A lot of my pots are turquoise, so I really got to pop a color. Okay, and now slightly reach forward, reach, reach. Now, let's take the arms and swing them. Okay, so just by the sheer fact that I'm using my arms, most likely my trapezius is going to be engaged. Okay, I guess this is like our little trapezius workout, because emptying tension out of a muscle requires movement. Okay, tension doesn't, you can even go to a massage therapist, you can roll on the balls, but the key to all those things working is then to move the muscle so that it kind of has an outlet to get rid of the tension. Okay, so take those arms and now swing them up behind you. And what's going to happen, keep going, that this part of the trapezius is getting a little twist. All right, swing those arms right up. Whoop, right up, and you should feel that part of the trapezius, which goes down just a little lower than your shoulder blades. Squeeze, breathe, everybody. Now we're going to go in front and do that big golfers. Now, by changing the move from standing and going back to down in front, the weight of my arms are going to pull at the trapezius a little bit. You can feel it's not as intense as maybe a shoulder shrug, but it's there. Okay. Nice full deep breath. Then I'm going to squat and I'm going to lift. Squat, I'm going to throw my arms up. we're going to start to get those legs into play. Nice full deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. I love that feeling that I get when I can really take a nice inhale through my nose, because when you do that, and if you have this nice inhalation, you can literally feel the oxygen as it goes up through your sinuses, kind of tickling the nerve endings. Up and down, up and down. Great. That's it. Okay, let's go back to the chest. Open wide. Snap back, open wide. So snap back, open wide. There you go. And if everybody notices on me, I've always got a nice full open hand. Okay, so open up that palm, because your arms are your hands. You know, your fingers start in your shoulders and neck. People don't think about that, but they do. Now let's do this fun move. Snap to the side, snap, open. So you bend a little to the side and just let those arms fling open. Yeah. Okay, and then march in place. So I'm back to my bare feet. Again, it's nice and cool, but not too cold that my little feet weren't warming up. Okay, so you're gonna march. Turn your toes in. Now, I take the opportunity when I'm turning my toes in to swing my arms and get a nice waist twist. You feel that through the center? That's kind of cool, because that's waking up. When you feel anything through the center, turn your toes out. Whenever you feel anything through the center like that, you're massaging your internal organs, right? And your internal organs, I mean, you should touch them, you should massage them, you know. They deserve that, you know. They deserve a little love. It's always interesting to me that when you go, I've had massages all over the world, right? And it's always interesting to me that different massage, I can tell if somebody is really like an advanced massage therapist and knows what they're doing. Go ahead and reach behind. If they actually, part of their massage is that they do your abdominals and get your internal organs stimulated, right? That's so important. You know, we talk about the gut being such a big part of, you know, our brain function, right? I mean, I read all this stuff, and I read things about this 10 years ago where people thought you were crazy in your head that the gut has to do with the brain. It absolutely does, you know. And it was interesting to me how when I said to you guys, okay, go take the knee to the side. And I said, you know, I had this little stomach thing last week. Well, two things I noticed: that prior to, just as it was coming on, I really noticed I was like foggy, had a headache, couldn't think straight. You know, reach out to the side, touch those toes out. Then I did massage. I'm like, you know, my tummy's not feeling good. I literally did a nice massage and instantly my stomach was feeling better. Okay, reach. Now take that leg and swing it. Okay, I'm definitely heating up. Up, 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 and then keep your chin up and kick back. Make sure you don't kick the wall out. And let your arms swing. So I'm going to back up so people that decide to do the video know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, and then how about just kick your heel to your butt? When you do that, you will feel stretching in the quad. which I love. Quad big, strong, muscle big. So if I don't use that quad, right, my heart gets taxed because I'm not using those quads. And as we get older, you really gotta keep the body moving, keep the quads helping. All the muscles have to help the heart. Okay, and march. And good. Take a sip of water. You all should be warmer. All right. So the first thing, I'm going to go right down because I want to say good morning to my abdominals. Again, I want to say good morning to them. I don't want to shock them to death, but I want to say, you know, part of the warm up, I hope I got some stretch into it using my waist twists and things, but now I want them to contract and kind of do a little weightlifting, which is my torso. So I'm going to start with my legs straight. My toes can be kind of pointed forward. I'm going to put my hands. And one of the things that I find important here is you sit up and then you take your chin and you tuck it. As soon as you tuck it, you will notice the rest of your body follows. Okay? And down. So the most important thing I think to a roll down is that you feel the entire spine roll down. Okay? Now, if you have a tough time getting up, you can roll to the side and get up. You can use your thighs to get up. Do whatever you need to do to get up, but try and focus on that roll down and make it good. Let's do 5 more. Okay. And 4. And I'm breathing through my nose. I want to make sure that I'm breathing because I don't want my energy to get locked. You don't want your energy to be locked. And if you hold your breath, that is locked energy. Okay. All right. 1 more. 1 more. Okay. Let's go ahead and stand up. Take a set of weights that you feel comfortable with. All right. I always go start with my 5s. I love 5 pounds. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with my 5-pound weights is I'm going to just put them on my shoulder. I'm going to hold them with my hand, but I'm going to take my feet like I have a set of skis on. So I'm going to look at my feet, make sure that they're both kind of pointed forward, right? And what I'm going to do is sit and stand. Sit. Nice full deep breath. Sit and stand. And make sure your butt is going down and you're keeping your chest and your head up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, feel those quads. And 1. Good. Take your weights, put them down, and sit back down. Now I'm just going to see if I can. There. Great. So one of the things I'm incorporating in your workout is just the sheer fact that you have to get up and down. Okay, I see it all the time. I hear it all the time. And I see people avoid it all the time. But getting up and down is really important. Okay, bent knees. You don't want to get stuck where you can't get up by yourself and then down. So the only way to maintain that is to practice it, right? The only way to maintain something is to incorporate it in your daily life. The only way you're going to continue to be able to go up and down stairs is to continue doing them and not avoiding them. You know, You know, and I hear from people all the time, particularly now that I'm in real estate, people say to me things like, oh, Claire, I just had somebody had to sell their house because they couldn't go to their bedroom in the second floor of their house. Okay. And that to me, you know, is sad because then I have, you know, I have a 92-year-old. I want to have, when we're all through COVID, I'm going to have a little cocktail party in his garden because he's so inspirational. And he gardens every day. He's out in the garden. He's probably out there today. He's doing something, but his bedroom's on the second floor and he just does that staircase. He's got 2 replaced knees and he just does it. Okay, one more. Let's do one more. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. You're going to pick up your weights again. Okay. And then, so we're going to go back to that kind of position with our legs. And I'm going to focus a little bit on the shoulders here too, because this is another area I find as people get older, we don't do enough of this, so we lose it, particularly in women. So I'm going to put my hands here and I'm going to press, step my leg to the side and squat. Press, step my leg to the other side. So finish the move and press, up, press. So we're going to do 10 to each side. This is 3. Don't forget to breathe. 4. 5. Beautiful. Just go with it, enjoy it. You know, exercise should be fun. Your body, you and your body should be saying, you know, this really feels good. I can't wait to do this again, instead of like, I'm doing this and I can't wait for it to be over, you know. 7. I take those nice deep breaths. 8. Right? Get that nice deep squat going. 9. Now, I'm going to say 10, but we have to finish the other side. And 10. Good. Put your weights down. Okay. Take a sip of water. Go down to your mat. I love my rubber band trick. You know, every time I finish this, the rubber band goes down. Okay, so simple, simple, simple. Sometimes you can use a block for this because what I find it helps you do, and in the next, when we go around the next set of sit-ups, I'll use the block for everything, but we're going to do our psoas, which are a deep abdominal muscles. They lie underneath your guts and line your spine. Okay, they are what I call the posterior abdominals. Okay, so here, I'm giving it a little pull, okay? And I'm going to extend, and then I'm going to pull. Extend, pull in. Extend, pull in. The most important part of this is that when I extend, my back stays flat. Yeah. And the reason I pull is because I want to engage. And then I extend. Okay. 7, 8. If you feel your back popping up, then you raise your legs a little higher. Okay. Or challenge yourself if it's staying down and go lower. Okay. Come on up. Okay. Now, this is This next move is all about body weight. I love to strengthen arms and shoulders because that's another thing. I see women all the time. As they get older, their arms get weak. You got to keep those arms strong. And one of the best ways to do it is lift your own weight. You know, we're all good-sized women. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to start with your hands up. You're going to squat, stand up, walk out, hold a plank, come on up. Up, squat, up, walk out. Hold a plank, walk back. Up, squat, up. Okay. Hold that plank and feel it and love it. Okay. Hold that plank. Yep. Squat, up, walk it out. Now, when you do a walkout, the other thing that's really cool to try is, can I keep my legs straight and get the benefit of stretching out my hamstrings too? All right, that what we call camels. Okay. 5. Up, down. 6. Oh, I feel so much better this week. 7. Pull that belly in. When you squat and come back up, make sure belly's in, squat, belly's in, walk out. That belly also has to be in on your plank. Don't let your back go all curvy-dervy. You should be an ironing board right here. Push the ground away with your hands. Let's do 2 more. Now, usually you start feeling it more now, and that's great. You want to feel your muscles working and getting stronger. Okay. Up and down. Great. Okay. We're going to go back down to the mat. Take a sip of water. So, I have a theory that we work a lot on the front because when we look in the mirror, that's what we see. Okay? But as strong as the front, the back needs to be. Okay? So the next exercise, I'll teach it to you in 2 ways. You decide what you want to do. We've been doing this for weeks, so I'm hoping you can all do it this way, okay, which would be lift 1, okay, and you stay up the whole time. Or what you can do is lift, come down, lift, take a picture, go down, okay? What this is going to help develop is the upper and lower back. Really important. Okay, so let's go ahead and start together. Let's do 12. Here we go. Lift, so my hands go back. 1, 2, 3. Keep those legs up. Try and lift your chest up a little bit more. It starts to sink down. 5. Now, when I get to 6, I'm going to start with the other hand just to kind of create a little muscle memory. Lift those legs up. Lift the arms up. Okay. Come on, let's do 2 more. I love having a strong back, particularly if you're gardening and down. Go ahead and stand up. Superman. Oh, okay, this one I love. take your weights, go to your mat. If you want a sip of water, go ahead. Now, if you get this last exercise, then we start all over. Your body should be nice and hot. We'll go through the whole set again, and then I'll finish you off with a stretch. So what I do here is a wide-legged, okay? My hands will have weights, and my palms are facing in. My shoulders, okay, I just want to tip my camera a teeny bit. My shoulders, every single time I want you to make an adjustment of getting those shoulders back and down, belly lifted. So you really want to lift with that chest, okay? So what we're going to do is this. As we squat, our hands come up, right? Squatting up. But then when we go down, we pivot, we push through the back leg, we do a lunge, come forward, squat, okay, pivot to the other side. And, okay, so this is what I want to happen though. I don't want us to rush. So let's do it like the turtle, slow and steady wins the race, because lunges have to be perfect. Upright rows need to be you want to lift them up and you want to let them down. You don't want to lift them up and drop them down. Okay? So let's go ahead and start. Up, down, pivot, lunge, up, center, down, up, pivot, lunge. What I'm trying to do on my lunge is see if I can get my back knee to touch. Now I want you to focus and use your breath. Okay, up, down. Okay, get those shoulders right. When you're doing that center upright row, make sure your shoulders, it's really easy to let them to start slipping forward. So when you're doing exercises and you know the move and you feel comfortable with it, you never forget about what you should be doing. You're always scanning your body and you're always perfecting the move, right? Get your breathing. Come back to your breathing, right? Up, down, pivot. We've got probably about 4 more of these because we're doing both sides, you know, so we have to do a full round, right? So now we have 3 more. Up, down, pivot, up, down, pivot. Yep, now we got 2 more. Yep, still correcting, still thinking about every muscle working. Boy, I see the turkeys out in the field. One nice, full, complete, and up. Great. Take a sip of water. Fabulous. Okay. I've been liking that workout because weaving the abdominals helps us remember their importance. And I always say, you know, strengthen your abdominals. You don't have to do 100 at once. You can do 100 throughout, okay? So we're going to come back to our roll downs. So down to the mat. You can add a block to between your knees. The legs are straight, remember? And I'm going to take a 5-pound weight on my chest. Okay? So I'm going to tuck and I'm going to come up. Now, you might find you can go down with the weight. If you can't get up, just put your weight forward and it will actually assist. Five. I'm trying to keep count, Kathy. 6. I'm probably completely off. 7. But we did record today. 8. Thank you for the reminder. Even though I have it in big, huge letters on my notes here. 4. 2. And let's do one more really good one. Your last one should be your best. Okay, then we stand up. We take our weights. Okay, we put our weights. Do you want a sip of water? Go ahead. I mean, to have 20 seconds in between is not a big deal. My feet are going to be looking forward. I'm going to put my weight on my shoulders. We're going to do 12, okay? So we go down. Now, even though this is a simple move, when you come up, I really pull through my belly and tighten my butt. And breathe. 6. Boy, today with the rain, things are getting green as you look at them. 7. 8, we're going to 12. 9. 10, tighten that butt. 11, or 10, 11, 12. Good. Go down to your mat, take your block. Okay, this is a bent knee. Roll down. You can use your 5-pound weight. Okay, we're going to do 12. Roll and up. Roll and up. 3 and up. 4 and up. 5 and up. 6 and up. 7 and up. 8 and up. 9. We're going to 12. 10. 11. And 12. Remember, that last one's the best. Okay, go ahead and stand up. The next move, okay, is our walkout squat. So I like to start hands up, keep your head tall, chest up, squat, lift, straight legs, walk out, hold, walk up, hands up, squat, up, that's 2. Okay, up, squat. I like to do this squat with the hands up because it reminds me of that yoga move where you sit in chair and you need to have your hands up. So yeah, we're incorporating. Chair's hard for a lot of people to sit and keep their hands up. I find it challenging. So again, I need to practice it in order to get better at it. And I don't need to only practice it when I'm in yoga class. 4 more. This is such a great move. You know, you're working on your own strength, holding, feeling confident that you can really support your own body and getting up and down. 2 more. Whew. Let's finish. Remember, we've got 1 more, and that last one should be our prettiest, should be our best one. Okay, keep those legs straight. Hold that plank. Come on up. Perfect. Come to the ground. Grab your block. Spine down stretch. Get a sip of water. I feel my sweat. Sweat is lymphatic. Movement of sweat, sweating is really good. If I've had people say to me over the years, they have a tough time sweating, and that is an issue. But fortunately, Mother Nature provides us with a lot of herbs, and you can look them up. I could help you. You could take some herbs and you'd be shocked. Cayenne pepper is one thing that really will help you sweat. Okay, I put a dash of cayenne pepper in my lemon water as well. Ginger will help you, those heat producers. Okay, so here, pull it in. Okay, I'm gonna put my head back, tuck my chin on the pull in, and I'm gonna extend. I'm going to squeeze that block. And now for me, I'm nice and warm. I'm going to try and go low. I'm going to try and keep my back flat and go right above the ground, right? Without using the block for support on the ground. All right. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Good. Let's go ahead and stand up. All right. Our next move is shoulder press squat. Shoulder press. Remember, how did women stay strong prior to classes? Well, they worked more outside. They had little farms. There's this lovely Netflix right now. It's I think about a 5-part series that's called My Love. Watch it. And the first couple in it is a little couple that owns a farm up in Vermont. And I not only looked at it for the love that they have for each other, but their daily routine of getting their exercise just by maintaining their farm. Okay, so here, right, we're going to squat and press to the side. Squat and press to the side. Squat and press. Squat and press. That's a hard move. If you have a tough time getting a full extension in the center, just do a nice tall press, because I really want you to get those arms fully extended. Up. 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 Yeah, I got to change my legs on that. Up. It's squat, press up. That's what you want to do. Squat, press up. There you go. I corrected myself. up. 4 more to each side. Up. Make sure you're not arching your back. Up. Squat. Press up. Squat. Press up. Let's finish this one. Squat. Press up and down. Good. Okay, put your weights down. We're going to the ground. We're doing Superman. I'm going to take my very light weights. I have a set of 2s. I see 2s and 3s at the tag sales all the time. When I see them, I'm like, oh, 2s, they're a little light for me. No, they're perfect for doing like Superman, things like that. So let's go ahead. Remember, you can do this 2 ways. We're going to do 12. Okay, you decide to use a weight, and halfway through, you notice that your posture is really falling apart. Get rid of the weights and follow perfectly without. Okay, so I'm going to go down. I'm lifting 1, 2, 3. So what I'm going to do is put my weights down for my next 3. 2. And then when I switch to the other arm, I'm going to pick my weights up for the first 3. 2. That's the way you can learn to build it. Okay, put the weight down, finish, get the chest up, get your legs up, and then 3. Perfect. Okay, go ahead. Come on up. Last exercise. Last. I'm going to take my heavier weights. I'm going to do a wide. I'm going to take a couple nice deep breaths. Get yourself a sip of water. Now, because we did a nice warm up, and because we're going through these exercises nice, everybody should have a nice steady sweat going too. If you don't, you need to be more specific about your move. You need to really make sure you have the right weight. And if you know you're a person that doesn't sweat, let's work on that. Let's get you sweating. Okay, so this is upright row. Pivot, down. Upright row. Pivot, down. That's 1. Oh, I forgot to do my squat. I have a wide leg. Nice and easy to do a squat with it. Okay, that's 2. 3. Now on this one, what I notice is 2 things. People let their bellies hang. Every time you lift those arms up, it's an opportunity for you to zip your abdominals up, right? 4. This one seems like it goes on forever because we're getting both sides done. This is 5. 6. Make sure when you do the squats in both directions and in the center, right, that your knee stays over the ankle. Yeah. 8. Come on. You know, I notice every once in a while I get a little sloppy. And you just got to slow it down a little and get it back. 9. Okay, 2 more. Full sets. Or full rounds. Okay, 1 more, really good. So it's down and lunge and up, down, lunge and up, down. Yay. Okay, put your weights back. Keep your block. Okay. So, trapezius, we started with you today. I'm going to do some focus on trapezius for the stretch part of our program. Okay, great. Good job, everybody. All right. Squeeze your shoulders as tight as you possibly can to your ears. Like really squeeze to the point where you're like, oh man, I feel it. Now, press your shoulders, drop your hands, press them, and give your neck a little tilt side to side. You're gonna feel these deep, these are your scalenes. Oh boy, they can yank and pull at your shoulders. So press those shoulders down and give a little side. And then squeeze up. So I move my hands back to my knees and I'm gonna give a little push off my knees and I'm gonna press, and I feel that, oh, for me, I feel it right to the base of my skull, comes all the way up to my eyebrow. And then press, let the hands go down, keep the shoulders pressed, and now go front and back. And actually not only put your hands down, put them back behind you and open up your shoulders, squeeze them together a little bit and go up, close your jaw, tuck your chin, try and get it to touch your chest. Breathe. Get some air into that. Okay, now squeeze your shoulders up again. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you a basic exercise and I'm adding some neck variations to help you get other fibers of that upper trapezius. So here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now you're going to press down, get the hands back, get the shoulders pinched a little. And what I want you to do is actually tilt your chin up and back to the side a little bit. So you don't want to get the direct side. We want to try and get the front side of our throat. So tilt, close your jaw, and then bring it down and tilt. Hey, and guess what? You might notice one side of your neck is a lot tighter than the other. Right? And up. Close the jaw, really try and feel it like here, like by the side of your throat. Sometimes if you're really tight, make sure those shoulders are down. What you find is you want to cough a little bit, okay? And down. Now squeeze those shoulders as tight as you can to your ears. Get your hands back up on your knees. Squeeze, 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 feel it. And then press. And now what I want you to do with the hands is as you let your chin drop, place your hands on the back of your head to the top, kind of back top. Clasp your fingers. Let your elbows curl around your head. Take a nice deep breath and continue to really tuck your chin to your chest. And see if you can keep tucking. You're going to start to round your upper back. You're going to really try and get your inside of your elbows to touch. You're really curling your head. You're surrounding your head. You're tucking. you're rounding your back, and you're going to feel, if you can get those elbows to touch and you're really tucking the chin, you're going to feel a good part of that trapezius. Now, slightly take your head to the left by turning. Slightly take your head to the right. Feel the variation happen. Some of you may feel this all the way down below your shoulder blades. Yes, and that's the trapezius. Some of you feel it more up near the base of your skull, and some of you may feel it all over. Now, take the hands to the ground, lift your head up easy, put your hands behind you, open the chest, really push back into your hands. So I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to really lift that chest up, and I'm going to lift my chin, close my jaw, and I'm going to take a nice deep breath through my nose and try and feel as though my chest is expanding, just like that turkey out in the field. I see him. Take like 2 or 3 nice cleansing breaths there. And then release it. Go ahead and just sit up. And then to just give it a neutral, I want you to just round those shoulders, loosen it all up, let your head drop, lift, turn, turn, drop, lift, turn, turn. One more time. Breathe with it. And relax those shoulders. And we did it, ladies. Yay. We did a great job today. I hope the goal for me is that you feel so good, you can't wait to exercise again. Okay, so your body should feel better. We did a lot of focus on the tension, but a nice overall general strengthener. It doesn't matter if it's gorgeous out. The Berkshires is coming alive. Get out and walk, get out and ride your bikes, take your neighbor's dog for a walk, whatever you can do, get out there, because I really have been finding that I walk my field every single day. And it's amazing, particularly now in the spring, we're so lucky. You see the buds actually opening every single day, the grass getting greener. And that to me is like so hopeful. So enjoy, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you,
again
Claire.
for
Good
coming.
to see you, Wendy and Holly.
Yes, you too, Kathy.
Bye.
It was great. It was great today.
Thank you.
Yes.
Tell Ken I miss him. I see him walking around in town though.
Okay, I'll tell her. Thank
All
you.
right. Take care. Bye.